Hello, this is Nyasha Charandiwa from the Sports Institute. I hope we find you well, wherever you are. This week, we are starting on a new series that is touching on one of the key areas that I think have been troubling a lot of fitness coaches over a number of years. Is the myth of a fitness coach. Who exactly is a fitness coach within a team? What are the duties? So, I'll draw back to about a decade ago when I started getting involved in this particular industry, especially football. I speak mainly from the football point of view because it is an area or an avenue that have opened the door for me, and also I have vast personal experience in that particular area. I remember I can date back maybe to yes, I can date back to 9 to 10 years ago when I was a student uh, finishing my undergrad at a later age in Zimbabwe at the National University of Science and Technology, where I began to work with different teams from NAST FC, from Talent Vision, and other teams that are within the southern region area in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. And there are a lot of expectations that were there, but the expectations were in a way limited if someone is to become a fitness coach in a team. The notion was the person was supposed to just come, firstly take a team for warm up. After they've taken a team for warm up, they go and sit down. After that, they wait for the training to end and they come back, they make the players stretch, and that is all. And the duties that had to do with maybe the running and etc., the coach would come with his own program and make sure that they can do the 10 markers, they can do different things. Then the later, when it's needed most, they give you. When it comes to the conditioning of the players, which is more like football specific, there wasn't, and there's still majority of the teams up to now, they do not have. What do? There's a day where players are sent to the gym. When they get there, they start dancing to aerobics, and after that, they just jump from one machine to another without even a clear objective on what they're supposed to do. The biggest challenge now comes in terms of the specific movement pattern and the demands and the loads as well, the calculation of the loads that will be done. Because the moment they move into the gym, they go for 1 hour of aerobics, they are just jumping, doing coordination drills where someone is playing music, they are dancing at different tempos and etc. But remember, the person who is called the fitness coach of that particular team won't be much involved. They're just going to look at what those guys are doing. And maybe the gym, that particular gym, they'll be having an instructor who is basically the one that is leading the team. So the basic duties that a fitness coach would have then was taking warm up and cool down. And there was no contribution that a fitness coach would have. So those were the duties basically of a fitness coach. We will keep speaking about the myths that have been there for a very long time and why they have affected not only the industry of the fitness coaches, but also the performance of teams in Africa. It dated me back to when I started getting involved in a higher uh, like teams in terms of high performance from national teams and also up to regional and international clubs. I remember one of the most difficult thing was the integration of the ball in the field of play. That was taken to be the duty of maybe the assistant coach or other guys. But the guys that is responsible for the fitness of the team shouldn't get anywhere closer to the ball. But sometimes when they begin to do that, a lot of questions will come and challenge that, do you want now to be a coach? But definitely you begin to understand that if the main reason why people are there is for football, then the foundation of becoming a football fitness coach should be the understanding of football. This moved us a lot where now I focus more on consultants and coach education both from the fitness side and also from the CAF coaching badges, where I've been privileged to work with the Tanzanian Football Federation and the different federations that we are in talks with in terms of coming with a realistic approach to the duty of a fitness coach. Because if the fitness coach doesn't understand football, there's going to be a lot of generalization in terms of the approach of the training sessions. Remember, from those that have encountered or came through some of our programs, you begin to realize and understand that the fitness coach is involved in all the phases of loading and should be one of the people closest to the head coach in terms of the knowledge and the calculation of the loads. Because a modern fitness coach should also be a scientist. And looking at the coming of wearable technologies, there's a lot that happens during training, which means there should be the knowledge of football first before someone even say they're going to become a fitness coach. So that myth is something that have to be broken. And over the years, you've been breaking that particular myth. I think it's now about 3 or so years when we started to get involved in coach education, where we made sure that the curriculum that are designed by some federation that we're dealing with, they have to include a lot of the coaching aspects. Because how are you going to prepare for something that you do? You have to become a part of the team. And if the coach doesn't have the confidence of the fitness coach to touch the ball or to use the ball work, how exactly is the team going to gel? Because most of the aspects that are related to the tactical, they have to do with a lot of thinking and decision making. But the foundation, it is within the relationship with the ball that have to be developed by a fitness coach. Recently, about a year ago, I remember as we were still working on that particular, those particular projects, I met with Tony Albert, one of the guys that is working with FIFA, and the issues of technical activation, etc. And one of the key issues they were still moving with is the same thing. They're making sure that someone who becomes a fitness coach should be part of the element, should be able to understand football, should be part of the industry.
For the style of a play of the team.
And to solve that particular problem, as Major Sports Institute, we made it a mandate that within the coming 5 years, anyone who becomes a football fitness coach, whom we maybe help to get to there, should have a minimum of a CAF B license. This is not for the sake of challenging the technical coaches, but it is to make sure that the person of the foundation of the understanding and they're on the same page. Because remember, the fitness coach is involved in almost all the elements of the game. And if the fitness coach is involved in that, then it's very, very important for us to break that particular myth. And who knows, in the near future, they can also become the head coaches. It's very possible. If you come back and look at, there are a lot of coaches who used to be fitness coaches, physical education teachers, that later became head coaches. The door is always open. But it is very important for you, in whatever area that you are, to also have the appreciation and the understanding of all areas. Even some guys, we have a lot of coaches now that have got CAF A's, they are sitting at home and they don't have any other tools except that. Sometimes you might never know where you get the pathway. You might get the pathway from attending fitness courses because it gets you into the area. It's easier for you to understand it because you understand the movement patterns, you understand the objective, you understand also the technical, the tactical aspects of it. So that myth has to be broken. And it is our mandate that within the next 5 years, we have at least 1,000 coaches that are football fitness coaches, but with the understanding of football through attaining from the national certificates, the CAF C, CAF B, CAF A, and some, if it is part of their destiny, become coaches. And I hope we have a number of coaches that will be moving within this particular notion. It's never too late. Whenever you see the courses that interrelates with your level, apply. If it is from level 1, level 2, level 4, CAF D, CAF B, apply. Start the process, start the journey. engage in the industry with the knowledge, I've discovered something that affected a number of fitness coaches, even sometimes in the foundation myself. That when you don't have the deeper understanding of football, it takes longer for you to be on the same wavelength, to have the same language with the technical and the tactical guys. So it's very important to have the foundation. It is better to prepare for opportunities that you don't know than for opportunities to come when you're not ready. I've seen many young fitness coaches getting into the system, but because they don't have the foundation and the understanding, they are quickly moved out of the system because they don't have the foundation. Have the foundation, and it will be easier for you even to apply the scientific principles. Even you coaches, the way you look at fitness, you're supposed to understand that the modern day coaching, science-based player centered and coach driven, there are a lot of details that are needed, and you have to be part of all the phases of training, from preparation and up to the main session.